What is up, you beautiful, 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 beautiful specimens? I am your degenerate co host of the Real Guys podcast, Landon, and today's video, I want to talk more about the Insidious live show. I know, I have a vendetta. I might be a little obsessed. I was going to go to the one in Louisville. It's close to me. It's like 2 hours from where I am right now. Oh, that's not going to happen anymore because it's been canceled, and I want to talk more about that because I was reading it today, and I actually got a little bit of the plot synopsis for that, and it is a big letdown. So, the very first act of the show starts by them asking what they assumed, or the people that saw it assumed were audience plants to tell local ghost stories, which already from Insidious is weird. And then they have a second act is like a doctor or an actor comes out and tells them that their horrors can be used against them or something like that. And then they basically, like, it said like something like they punched or smacked or pushed one of the demons in the face, which I don't know why they are doing this or whatever they were doing. Like, this seems forced almost. It seems like it was just put out as a massive cash grab. It's like they made out with you, but they didn't tickle your booty hole. That's what it seems like. And I don't know why, but now I found a Reddit page breaking down some of the awful shit show that it was, the Insidious horror show, and now I'm going to actually go into this Reddit page and we're going to read some reviews. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to share my entire screen with you guys. And I'm on Reddit right now, and I found the thread, and I'm gonna go in. So, yeah, we're gonna look at some of these reviews and say so. Creepy Slice 9659 says it was not immersive at all. The audience volunteers were plants, and they had a theater employee come tell a story. Yeah, she was in on the show the whole time, being obnoxious and bad at acting. Seriously, the dumbest shit I have ever seen. I had to go home and watch a horror movie to get my fix. I'm actually surprised the crowd wasn't booing. I don't think the crowd was going to therefore boo. They were probably so boring. They were probably thinking about what they're going to have for dinner the next day. They were probably thinking about the nice head they're going to get from their wives after the show. I mean, God. That's anything I would be thinking of. Um, Ariva, somebody who does not like scary movies and easily scared. A person who loves theater, I went for the uniqueness of what I thought the show would be. I do like the paranormal, but not jump scare horror. This was neither. So they really did tease you. Like, from the website, it was made up to be this big jump scare filled, like, based on the movies type of show. And I don't know if Blumhouse had anything to do with this. I'm going to look at the website after that, but, like, Blumhouse is definitely slacking recently with their movies. What was the last good Blumhouse movie we got? Was it Megan? Josh is looking at me like I'm an idiot. One of the T-shirts they were selling said "Insidious." Red flag. That right there says it's a comedy, or it just says that the people that made this show are idiots. I jumped Max 3 times from loud noises and bright lights, not from scary people. The best part was the beginning when they asked audience members to tell ghost stories, and the Hillside House of Hell local haunted house owner jacked the mic and did a promo for their haunted house and the upcoming day Valentine's Day event. Shout out to that guy because he was a genius and hilarious. Had the show been marketed differently, it would have had far less room for disappointment. I would not be surprised if they canceled the rest of the tour due to terrible reviews. Well, now it has been announced that the tour has been canceled. It's genuinely the worst show I've seen. I had high expectations and was really let down. I am a huge Insidious fan, and it felt like it was hardly like the movies. Really bad acting, horrible jokes, boring content, etc. I hope they turn it into something good at some point because if done right, it would be an awesome show to see. So what I think they need to do is they need to have somebody come in, like people have made more on far less than this. So maybe somebody has a good idea and can easily come in and remake this and make it scary and what the fans want. Because this right now seems like it would be made by the kind of guy that would sell you a churro on the side of the Brooklyn Bridge and then ask you if you wanted to buy some crack after you bought the churro from him. My partner and I just left the theater, and we and the majority of the audience can't believe the train wreck we just witnessed. How, in the production's right mind, did they think the Insidious fan base or any horror fan base would appreciate that middle school level of shit in a blender comedic performance? There was nothing scary, just some loud bangs. The acting was painful. The storyline could not have been more weak. I would be livid, and had we paid for good seats, but we purposely bought as cheap as we could because we didn't know what to expect. Holy shit, this is bad. Now, I know I'm definitely giving the creators of the show a very hard time, and maybe I could be a little nicer. Josh, do you think I should be a little nicer to Insidious?
I think you should stop talking about it.
He says I should stop talking about it. This should be my last video until we get more info on. Okay, it'll be my final video. I'm sorry. We'll move on.
You talking about dirty?
I saw ads and was very confused about what this was supposed to be for some reason. I was picturing a midnight showing of Rocky Horror with people acting out of the movie in front of it. LMAO. Okay, that sounds like it could be fun though. Can't wait for the Terrifier musical. That would slap. I want Art the Clown to sing about killing victims. I want him to belt out an operatic scream.
You want them to take off people's booty cheeks string down shit.
No, I don't. I want that chainsaw kill from Terrifier 3 on stage. All 30 seconds of it, just like me in the bedroom. I just seen this last night in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm pretty active in several community theater groups, and this show was worse than anything a high school could put together. They 100% lied on the website, and this is pure cash grab, amusing horror fans. Per the website, which gives a link to the website, which I will click on after this. It is all BS. That is why they are most likely doing one show per city. No one would want to go to that second show, and people would want their money back. I only hope that Reddit and social media could put a halt to this BS show. It was not scary at all. They don't even try. The sound at my show was awful. Specs might quit working the last 20 minutes. The plant that worked at the theater stopped working or would cackle in static for 90% of the show. I'm pretty sure the red door was just white with a red floodlight on it. They had one audience plant that just screamed once and then went on stage, and then part of the main crew. The volunteers were 50% plants since they didn't make them take off the jumpsuits, and one of them didn't come back till the end of the show. Not a single audience plant to help sell the fear. No hidden devices to help sell the fear. The costumes are almost non-existent. Since they are in the dark and you can't see anything, the acting was bad. The audience interaction is pretty non-existent other than a few people telling any local ghost experience. They have nothing to do with the show. They did try to incorporate local history in the show, but in the end, they just completely made up some crap about some kid dying in a theater run by some crazy theater manager who never existed in our city. One more thing to add to the lame factor. The end was clunky as fuck. I think the lights failed since you can't see anything. If I had known the show was going to be so bad, I would have broken the rules and recorded something to show how bad it really was. If you have tickets, try to cancel. If you don't have tickets, run. LOL. I don't think I've seen a positive review of this yet. I don't think we are, now I'm going to go to Insidious Live, The Further You Fear. Brace yourself for the scare of a lifetime. False advertisement right there, because I don't think anybody gets scared of a lifetime. They got the nap of a lifetime. As the world of Insidious jumps off the screen and into your theater seat with Insidious The Further You Fear, an immersive live horror experience based on the box office hit horror film franchise from Blumhouse. Director James Wan and writer Lee Winnell. Were they actually, attached to this live show, or do they just, I want to know that. Insidious Further Fear is an all-new thrilling story set in the Insidious universe. Hosted as a live show by the real Specs and Tucker, the actual paranormal investigators who inspired the original movie, event soon takes a turn for terrifying. When a paranormal demonstration goes horribly wrong, dark forces are unleashed and the horror becomes all too real. Trapped in a genuinely haunted theater with something truly sinister lurking backstage, the audience will find themselves under attack from such iconic characters as the Bride in Black, which I think they decked in the face at the end of the show, the Wheezing Man, and of course this red-faced demon. But what is real? What is just part of the show? And who or what might be sitting next to you? The house is full, the stage is set, the red door is about to open. Will you make it through? How much of this was, like, I don't think any of this was in the actual show. Your turn to terrify. Terrify. Share your story. So if you've gone to this show and you want to share your story, feel free. Leave it down in the comments too. I'd love to interact with somebody who actually saw this show. Here's 13 facts. It's a live immersive horror experience. It's not a movie or film screen. It's a groundbreaking, spine-chilling live show. Has a cast of 9 and full production crew, which hats off to them for still trying their. Hopefully, people say they didn't try their best, but I think they tried their best with the best they got, with the script they got and everything. Like, I don't want to bash them now. The creators of the show, rework it, and maybe, just maybe, you can do it again. Blumhouse is a producer of this live show as well. Which, now when I see Blumhouse, when I used to see it, I'd be excited, but now I get kind of scared when I see it with the way they make, the way their movies aren't well received. Iconics of the show, characters in the show. They are the directors, which I don't want to bash them. Is not for those who are easily rattled, which I think is not true from these reviews. I don't think anybody was rattled. I think everybody was ready to go home, cook dinner, chill, kick back, watch a nature documentary, get high. There is no escaping this 80 minutes of terror. I wonder how many people actually made it through the 80 minutes of terror. Or people just left of boredom, because I would have made my way somewhere else. Like, I know there's one review I read earlier about a dude that said I decided to, like, he decided to basically venture off through the dangerous parts of, I think it was either Detroit or I think Detroit, and go to a bar because he found that experience way better than the show. Goosebumps, including live show production elements, will be on full display at Insidious Further You Fear, including, but not limited to, cutting-edge special effects, strobe lighting, fog costumes, hair, makeup, and more. The tour will play in nearly 100 cities in the United States and Canada. It made it to 4. Is there a red door? Yes, there's a red door. It was a white door with a red strobe effect. Tickets are on sale now. No, they're not. If you can buy tickets, let me know. I want to go to this show. I kind of want to go. It's so bad. There's an FAQ. So if you want to talk about the question, ask any questions, or you want to answer your questions, yeah. Tour dates. You can see their tour dates. The tickets are unavailable, of course, because the show was Stinky Cheeseballs and is no longer on the circuit. I think my neighbor is, like, screaming. Or something's going on. I think maybe they got a dog. I don't know if you picked that up on the mic. But yeah, I was going to be at the Louisville Palace at 8 a.m. on February 5th, was my plan. My bad. 8 p.m., not 8 a.m. Or maybe even Tennessee would have been a good one for me to go. Indianapolis? Bloomington? And yeah, this is the biggest letdown. Like, well, other shows decide to do live shows after what has been reported from the Insidious. I mean, they made it what? 1, 2, 3, 4. They made it to 4. They started on January 18th, and they made it to January 24th. Or maybe even the 25th. Yeah, they made it to the 25th. They made it through 2 Detroit shows. Which is 2 more shows than I thought they would have made, but yeah, they made it to in Fayetteville. they made it to Omaha, they made it to Madison, and they made it to Detroit. And then they got their stuff shut down. So Insidious, the further you fear. Like, everything is mostly negative. I haven't seen one positive review, and I don't think we will. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna go back to here. I don't know where they're gonna go with this, if it's ever gonna come back. But what I do know is that this show is trash, and I don't think it's coming back. But hey, at least it's somewhat getting talked about. Bad press is still press at the end of the day. But that's all I have. Until I make 74 more videos about the Insidious live show. Because this is just fueling my fire. It's the thing that keeps me up at night. It's the thing that keeps me romantically involved on Valentine's Day. I'm taking it out on a date. We're going to have steak. We're going to make very good cheesecake. And we're going to watch The Notebook on live, baby. Anyways, I am Landon. I am your degenerate co-host. Thank you for watching. And for my weird advice of the day before I end this video, always remember, flip carefully. You don't want to bang your head into the back of a dumpster. Thank you guys, and remember, podcast drops February 21st, Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Me and Josh will be sitting here, and we will be breaking down the amazingness and the funniness that is this movie. And we will also have lots and lots of popcorn. Anything of that, stay safe. Drop some comments down. I'd love to interact with you guys. Also, if you want to leave a like on this video, subscribe to